Good morning everybody, Jono here, and in today we're getting a creamy load from our mate Peanut from 033, and this load will be going off to Kinleith to the export yard. Definitely an early start at 4 in the morning, and takes about an hour and a half to this crew site over here. Peanut just gave me the go ahead to stop, so I'm in place here for the trailer to be lifted. So you just get myself all squared away, and then from here we'll get the trailer ready to go for loading. This video is going to be a little bit longer as it covers a lot more onto how we actually do our loads, and then also I've actually done some voiceover as well. So I'm wearing a DJI mic mini and doing the voice recording whilst operating, as it works with the camera and the mic all in one. Has a built-in receiver. I forgot the safety chain on the back. So there's two safety chains and I forgot the back one, so that's what we were talking about. As I was doing the prepping when it was pitch black, my headlamp's out of batteries, so I couldn't see anything. I forgot about that one. I had the first one and light plugs and all that sort of stuff, but yeah, they're just the back end got that chain. And then when Peanut tried to lift the trailer up, it was still stuck, and I was like, cars! Yeah. Awesome. Just at this moment I actually realised that my headlamp has got no battery power, so can't see anything. At this point I'm actually talking to Peanut and having a laugh while setting up. Still can't see anything because obviously the headlamp has no battery power, so I might need to get a pay rise so I can actually afford to maintain this headlamp. Joking, obviously. But yeah, no, we're obviously having a good talk, and he actually hails from Tokoroa, so that's where he's from and lives there. And no, awesome guy, eh? Really good laugh, really helpful, and top bloke. When I came to the site, I was actually held up by two trucks. So there was a Scania, which will be in one of my shorts, that was getting loaded up, and then another guy on a K200 came up, but it was weird because he had an earlier start time, but he was pulled over, jumped the queue when he actually decided to come in. So I was just like, what the face? But you get that, you get some guys who just think they're cool. Anywho, rant over. So yeah, today getting this pulpy load, cream load anyway, because there are loads of cream load with me, and going to be taken over to Tokoroa to the Kinleith mill. Yeah, still in winter at this stage, so September is when spring starts here in New Zealand, so the mornings are definitely cold.
Fuck, so cold. Stand still, I'm like, damn girl. The lifting chain sorted, making sure the airbags are getting inflated. Yep, looking good. Everything's all cushy. Ah, Roger. Whee! Exciting. Yeah, so we're getting loaded, guys. Got a creamy load of pulp. Ooh. Going all the way to Kinleith. Yep, just outside of Tokoroa. Yeah, Peanut on the grapple loader. Going for gold. But no, it's actually a beautiful day, eh? We've had a beautiful start to the week. And it's Thursday the 18th. Yeah, 18th right now. Who knows? The older you get, the faster the days go by. Still got a bit of the flu though. Throat's a bit, as the saying goes, itchy throat. But it's happy days. Now loading up the dolly of the trailer. Got the weight there. We're on the 4 and the 4 for the truck spring press. And now it's going to take a while because it is pulp with a grapple loader. But yeah, we're going to load up the dolly up to the 2 o'clock, and then I'll do 1 o'clock on the rear. I did do 2 and 2, but it is a bit hit and miss, as you know, with a 2 and 2, 2 o'clock on both dials, depending on how it's sitting and, you know, for the terrain and all that sort of stuff, it can give a false reading, and got caught out yesterday with a false reading. But oh well, what to do. So you're going to do 2 o'clock on the dolly and 1 o'clock on the rear. As there's more axles on the rear, it'll work out to be a decent amount. and won't be overloading either. But yeah, guys, I hope you're having an awesome day so far. I know it's just a start, but what can we say? It's like 7 AM right now. Bit of a slow start today. As I said, it was quite cold, and when you've got the heater on in the room and house is warm, you're like, but still managed to get out, and we'll still do a good 12-hour shift. Take 2 grabs off and put it onto the trailer, just to make the dolly maybe a little bit lighter. Yeah, please, my mate. Yeah, better be safe than sorry, eh? Yeah, so just checked the trailer, and trailer weight was good, don't get me wrong, but due to where the dial was sitting, it was a bit of murky sort of reading there, so I thought we'll take 2 grabs off and put it onto the back, so then that means at least, you know, it should in theory be a little bit better, eh? So, yeah, oh my gosh, not even tired. But yeah, no, it's been an awesome week so far. Just back to my mate, going forward. Yep, all good to go there, my mate. Yeah, so should be fun. Get this, going to be going to Kinleith in Tokoroa, or just on the outside of Tokoroa, with a RUHS, so that's grade. And then after that we'll get a backload from Taumata, which is a forest around the Kinleith, Tokoroa area, and I think it goes towards Taupo as well. Who knows? But yeah, that's what I've been doing yesterday. Yesterday I went to Plaima, or Seaply. Yeah, Seaply for the first time ever, and that's part of the Kinleith area, and it's attached to the Kinleith mill as well, like within the grounds. And then after that got a nice creamy load back to Redstag in Rotorua from the Taumata forest. So that was yeah, pretty good. Finished the day off nicely, picked up wee Francesca from daycare, and then yeah, that was pretty good. Living the dream.
Time to head out and check the gauges, and also check the load to see if the logs are uniform, and make sure that the weight on the spring presses are decent. So just check in here. Sitting over just above the 12 o'clock, which is actually happy days. So just checking over here, and then heading to Peanut to ask if I could chain up, as some operators allow you to chain up on the skid, but if they're expecting more trucks, then they'll just get you to move out and chain up in a more open spot, usually at a container where the crew gathers, the safe zone, or out onto the road at an intersection away from the skid. But today we're going to be heading off to a safe zone.
ED number, my mate, is 3592. 3592 for that one, my mate.
Up high. You have a good day.
Yeah, you too, my mate. Shall I chain up here or chain up just on the intersection?
Probably chain up, but pull out this by our logging time. They're going to start falling behind us.
Oh, roger. Yep, that all good, my mate. Loaded out by 33, heading out to the section chain up.
Time to chain up the beast. Here we go. I've sped up the video as well, otherwise this video will be over an hour long, just for your convenience.
3 chains per pack. As it's random lengths, well it's technically short length, but there are long ones in there. Try and dust off as we go along as well, so I don't get any loose bark coming off whilst we're driving. Not very good for the road users.
And for the outfit, I'm not trying to look like a ladyboy, but these skins are very awesome. So you have the skins with the shorts, so it keeps you cool if your cab is warm, but then also it keeps you warm outside when you're doing your chain throwing or unchaining,
like
any sort of operation that's outside during the early morning.
Releasing the brake so we can feed some air to the trailer. That means, due to the weight that's on there, it should flow nicely when we're good to go, because we're on a slight hill here. So, yeah, what can I say? Started at 4:30 in the morning this morning, but I needed to get stuff squared away. Also, it was that time where I needed to get a new logbook. So I got to the dispatch office, get a new logbook, but because I haven't got the fingerprint to gain access, I had to go around the back, knock on the door like a peasant, which is all good in the hood.
Jeez, I'm making some weird moan and groans, eh? I wouldn't even say it's old age. I just think it's like undercover ladyboy syndrome.
Awesome. Almost done. Last chain.
Throwing 9 chains on the truck definitely, gets you going.
Batten down the hatches, as it were. Time to tighten down the load. But due to the nature of these logs, they're thin, light. When you try and tighten them down, they seem to give way. And there's a lot of bows as well. These logs like sort of bows a lot. Not quite a straight, solid log. And they can catch as well on some knots. All good. Got the twitch bar here. Got twitches. But a little bit of tension. It's going to move a little bit because the log is real thin and awkwardly placed. So usually, see how we can get it like tight, but then give it a tighten, everything's all hunky-dory, and then when I get up to the road, or just before, I'll check the load, check the chains, obviously, before going on to the...
So this is a key part of our role as a log truck driver, obviously chaining down the security of the load to make sure that people are safe on the roads as logs can come out if not secured properly.
Little tester. It's not really tight, but, well, this actually is pretty tight to be fair, but it didn't seem at the time. Try not to breathe so much when you're around there, just in case you're breathing any dust or bark or whatever.
Yeah, you go, girlfriend, smash that bar.
Put that through. Over here. Lovely jubbly.
With all this exercise, you'd think I'd actually lose some weight, hey? Like, come on, cuz.
Make sure chain's not catched. Caught. God, I sound dumb, eh? What is going on? I sound thick as. Whoosh. Yep, it's tight. See what I mean? That's before. Give it full elevation, but because it's loose, that's like as loose as a goose. One of the reasons why I don't like working with this pulpy crap is you set your twitch up to the highest level, but because the logs are so bowy, looks like you've got good contact of the log, it just goes screw, bows out, and then yeah, where you go. Like I say, When I check the chains again, this will probably be loose hairs, but at least it should, in theory, be settled, so it won't be as mushy. Yeah guys, so all chained up, ready to go, and yeah, let's go. Kinleith, here we come.
The YouTuber himself.
Yeah, morning, mummy.
Johnny, I think on your back ticket, on your trailer, on the front post, on their back ticket, the chains are not over these top rods, they're all underneath the brake.
Oh, what's up? Yeah, I'll sort that one out, mummy. Bye-bye.
Yeah, so when I was actually checking the chain came loose and had a lot more leeway, so as I flicked it flicked back at me and caught my lip and split my lip open, so yeah, it was like pissing blood, but that's all good, you know, all healed now. But at the time, yeah, to apply some first aid and then also put an incident report in, as we do, you know, it's just one of those things. If you have an accident or anything, just have record. And good morning, Kinleith. So yeah, this is Kinleith, everybody, just going down Gantry Road, and this is all cobbled and all that sort of stuff as well. So this is where we actually put the bark off trucks, just on the left before heading to the gantry, and the weighbridge is on the right hand side. 4 other vehicles, one of the trucks putting up the trailer. Don't know what this office was on the right hand side, but yeah, they've got a Fuddy Paku over there. Yeah, just used and abused. So check in before if it's all clear. It was all clear, so heading to the export yard now. They've got a chip area just to the left hand side, and to the right is a nursery for seedlings, so for little pine trees to grow. One of the boys, I think it's Greg, but yeah, there's so many trucks out here, eh? And so many names to remember, it sort of slips the mind, but yeah, I think it's Greg. Coming up on the left hand side, this is where we're going to be heading in, and this is the export yard, the Pedersen yard, which is the same company that operates the Tasman pulp yard in Colorado. We're going to be stopping up just around here, as this is where we do the unchaining, and then after unchained we're going to go and head to our mate to get the load off with this high stacker. These high stackers are actually awesome, eh? Like, they got wheels, and then the whole cab itself rises up so it can actually see the load and also have more precise loading and unloading of the vehicle. Yeah, I don't know if this pulp actually gets exported, but this
Well, that was fun. So fun, right, let's do it. Put the trailer on. Gonna go the same way we went yesterday. Beautiful. Alright, it's way up. Or way out, sorry. And then we'll put the trailer up and head to Tokoroa. Woohoo!
Now we're off to head to the weighbridge so we can weigh out, get our net, our gross, tier and net weight all in one on the one docket, so we can process that so the company can get paid, and then in turn Johnny Boy gets paid. So heading back down Gantry Road again, past the gantries. It's definitely looking a little bit more busier than it was just before. So one of our boys and then another company there. But as you can see, 2 hour 12 o'clock straight ahead we have the actual plant, the Kinleith pulp plant. Paper side of it sadly is closed down, don't know why, but it has, and then the pulp side is still operating. One of the Rob Dame trucks over here, definitely a big outfit in the Tokoroa area, and I was fortunate to see one of, if not the main yard. It's sort of out in the countryside, but awesome place to see. Now we're heading in to head to the weighbridge. So this shed on the left is the actual weighbridge. I don't know if it's always been a weighbridge, but yeah, it definitely looks a lot more older looking, something from the 60s, 70s, but maybe 80s, I don't know, like something that's been from that era. definitely looks a bit, what's the word, used. But the facility has actually been here since the 50s. But what's that saying? If it's not broke, don't fix it. But where the weighbridge is, I think they're actually restructuring it as it's looking a bit rickety. But all in all, does the trick. So just heading up to the second weighbridge. We have a truck that's coming onto it. So we just have to stop just where these bollards are and wait till he's fully off. Otherwise, it will give a false reading for our truck weight and then wouldn't really register anyway. So once it's all clear, heading on, making sure we're keeping on line so we're not going over the mark. And this weighbridge is split into two, so it's got the truck weight and for the trailer weight. And just I see the back wheels of the trailer. Once I see there's a little bit of light coming from the side, I don't know when to stop. But yeah, definitely a beautiful day on this day, and I just want to thank each and every one of you. If you got this far, you deserve a gold medal, because it's been a long video. And to all you fathers and ladyboys out there, happy Father's Day, and have an awesome day. Look after yourself, stay safe, peace.